Hello! I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. This is episode 7 of In Search of the Ancients, the series where I look for the new giant buildings in No Man's Sky Origins and get the new lore from them. Let's see, wait. How many... Okay, I have 10 of these. I'm going to warp to a new star system and start looking for another building. Got a little frustrated at the end of the last episode because I couldn't find a building in this star system. Hopefully we'll have better luck today in the next place we go. But important thing is I'm still finding cool stuff on the planets too, so finding the buildings is the main objective, but the extra bonus is when we find cool planets with cool stuff on them, so as long as I'm finding something cool, that's what really matters, I suppose. Alright. I wish they would make it a little easier to warp with your freighter, like make it so that all you have to do is be landed in your freighter and then you can warp with your freighter without running up here to the warp terminal, but whatever. Be interesting if I ever made it to the center of Buttelanger. How far am I right now? I'm still about... Is that 500 light years or 500,000 some? I'm not sure. It looks like 500 point. It should be 500,000, I think. Maybe that's a comma and not a dot. Alright, let's see. It has to be Gek. Here we go. We'll go to this. Doesn't have. Yeah, the number of planets doesn't matter. Hopefully, it can have. It should be able to have celestial archives, so long as it's populated and not abandoned or undiscovered. Oh, I need to debrief the rest of my frigates. It's been a whole week since I last did that. I need to debrief them and send them all off. We'll do that real quick. So I'm in my freighter anyway. It's convenient. Viking effigy, dirty bronze, Corvex casing, organic catalyst, vortex cube, Geknip, Viking dagger. Yeah, these are the longer ones. Geodesite, Gek relic, Corvex convergence cube, activated copper. Cool. Gek relic, almost all units, cryo pump, arc crystal, superconductor, superoxide crystal. Do I need oxygen? I could turn the superoxide crystal into oxygen if I'm low. I have 1,000 oxygen, but that's actually kind of low. And I could use more of it for my living ship, which I'd like to start flying in my living ship more. I believe it uses oxygen to launch. So if I turn all these superoxide crystals into oxygen, it might be good. Let's get them out of my freighter. What? What? Did they change? Did they change how these work? You used to be able to turn superoxide crystal into oxygen. I hope this is a bug. 'Cause that's stupid if they made it so we can't do that anymore. Dang it. Dang, did they run all those things like superoxide crystals and whatnot? I gotta test this. I'm gonna craft something different. Oh no, I don't have the recipes for those things. Huh. Dang it, why'd they screw up? Wait a second. No. Thought maybe they turned them into objects that you open with the square button. Dang it. Looks like they didn't mess up dihydrogen jelly. I know dihydrogen jelly can still be split. But what happened to superoxide crystals? Why can't we turn them into oxygen anymore? That's no good. Oh well, guess I'll just sell them. I'll sell whatever other junk I got in here. Guess I'll start keeping food. Wait. Guess my uranium's in my ship. Okay. Alright, freighter inventory. Sell. Cool. And I already have plenty of fuel, so I know I can go ahead and send them off on new missions. Let's do trade. What? I still have one awaiting debrief? What the heck? I thought I did them all. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? I thought I looked in here and it was empty. Ay, ay, ay. Oh yeah, it was the superoxide crystal. I got to thinking about that. And I forgot that I had another to do. Whatever, I'm not reading anything. I'm just gonna sell it. Ooh, a rare item. It's already worth a lot. If it wasn't, if it was worth a small amount, I would take it with me to the giant buildings and exchange it. But since it's already a gold item, I'm not gonna worry about it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wait, do I have anything in my starship? I do. Okay, here's a good test. Let's see if tetracobalt can be broken up into ionized cobalt. If not, they probably changed it. If so, then it's just superoxide crystals. Oh, I need out of my freighter. Maybe just superoxide crystals are bugged. Dang it! They must have taken it out. Made it so that you can't deconstruct those anymore. That makes them useless, except for selling. They're not even worth that much. They were only really useful items because you could break them down into what they're crafted out of. But now that you can't, they're just a cheap item to sell. Oh well, whatever. I guess it was giving people too large of a supply of stuff so that they didn't have to scavenge for elements as much. Thankfully they kept dihydrogen, unless they changed it in patch 3.03. That would be really bad. I need to check and see if they screwed up dihydrogen. If dihydrogen jelly can't be broken down anymore, then I can't do frigate missions anymore. Oh, which I need to send them off again. Oh, I can just check in here. Okay, good. Phew. That was scary. I was afraid we were doomed. No. Dihydrogens can still be broken down, so we're okay. Don't know why they changed the others, though. Alright, back to what I was doing. Here we go. Industrial. Okay, balanced. They're all pretty short missions. Oh well. It's kind of good because they don't cost much fuel. There we go. Okay. Alright, now to search for buildings in the star system. Shelter. What kind of planet is this? Cactus. Uh-oh. Is this bugged or just not loaded in yet? Probably not loaded in yet. Fly around a bit, let it load in. There we go. Hopefully when I get PlayStation 5, we won't have that long load-in time when I come down to Planet Surfaces. Yep, looks like a pretty standard cactus planet. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off and search again. Oh no, darn it, I forgot. Oh darn it, where'd it go? Whoa, oh my gosh! I just accidentally found a building, yay! Cool, so it worked out after all. I guess I should look around a bit more, just in case there's a big building nearby. Well, that's good, I'm glad all that happens. I forgot to discover the building to get my navigation data back, but I ended up spotting a big building, so it all worked out. Alright. This will be Geklore number 4, I think, if it's a new one. Help destruction technology gives. I don't know. None of those are like super related to Gek. I'm gonna try gives. Yay, granted. You've got a 3 in 4 chance to get it right. The interface seeps memory smells. Oh yeah, Gek basically fart. They have magical farts that can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Mind control and whatnot. It's pretty crazy. The interface seeps memory smells, filling the room with a delicate scent. It tries to fill my mind with visions of places that never were, never could be. The imprint of an individual Gek lingers in the interface. They must have spent years in this interface, constantly wiping their own memory in order to experience fictional lives. Their simulated fantasies are still available. Oh my gosh, this is so meta. Because No Man's Sky's universe is a simulated universe. This is about a Gek that was simulating experiences with the Gek magic farts. Okay, let's see. Family. The pheromones project another mind into my own. I return to youth. My siblings and I play beside the spawning pool. The pool is the whole world. I am innocent to trade, to units, to the insatiable hunger. Here we will stay forever. Cool, so they're simulating when they were siblings when they were young. Interesting. Hopefully it'll let me view the rest, the other 3 choices. Yep. Okay, let's try friendship. Pheromones are overwhelming. I enter another life. I have met the Korvax in secret. Ooh, it's a Gek meeting with the Korvax. There was a lot of lore entries about this, with the Korvax meeting with the other races to talk about weird stuff. It was in the Derelict Freighter lore. I hand them the forbidden item. Ooh, the forbidden item. The synthetic life form hesitates, unsure. Then they leave. I hope they will remember me. This is the path I would have chosen. Should have chosen. Not a lot of information there, just some kind of mysterious allusion to a secret item being passed to a Korvax. Not sure what that implies. Alright, home. The pheromones paint images from a simulated life, a Gek fantasy. I am the one chosen to help the traveler friend. Ooh, this one's about travelers. the contracted, the significant, the overseer. There is a home in the universe just for me, and I will never want for units again. So it's talking about, yeah, an overseer, that travelers always get an overseer that is a Gek for their base, and it seems to happen in all realities. Alright, so that was some simulated memories from Magic Gek pheromone farts. Alright, cool. So we managed to find a new building with new lore. Ooh, right at the beginning. That's cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and scan all the planets and moons in this system, see if there's anything cool. Then we'll go on. So somebody told me... Oh, no. Somebody told me that asymmetrical fighters are no longer in the game. It looks like there's asymmetrical explorers still. I'm going to keep my eye out, see if there are, but they may be right. There may only be symmetrical fighters now. They changed how it works. I never liked asymmetrical ships in general, so no problem to me if they got rid of them. But there is explorers that are asymmetrical still. Whoa, ouch. Okay. See what other planets there are here. So moon right here looks like. Can't scan it yet. Come on. Why can't I scan it? I'm just gonna fly to it, I guess. There we go. It's metallic. It's just a metallic exotic planet. I guess I'll check it just in case. It'd be nice if they did something to make these boring exotic planets a little bit better. So I'm gonna check it out just in case there's something cool on this one. Probably not. Normal exotic planets seem to have received the least changes. About the only thing they got, other than the bugged creatures that they took out, was sometimes they have atmosphere coloring now. But that's it. Nope. Pretty normal junk. Here's the creature. Cool. It's the floating orb types. Those are cool. That's typically what's on metal planets, is some type of floating orb energy creature. Cool. Alright. Off we go then. Well, there's a lot of creatures there. Wait, ooh. If that was all the... If that was all the creatures, then I'll get a bonus. 50 nanites for finding one creature. But I'll get a milestone, which is cool. Okay, it looks like there's another moon on the other side. Unless I'm just looking at the moon I'm already at. Nope, there it is. Radioactive. Radioactives can be pretty cool, but I'm not going to stop at every planet. Probably should have visited the radioactive instead of the metallic, because the metallic was less likely to be interesting. But Oh, another cactus. Okay. Time to leave, and we'll search for another building in the next star system. So I've done 4 Gek now. I'm going to stop at 5. I did 5 Korvax before they started to repeat. And I'm going to get 5 Gek, and then I'll move on to Vy'keen. And then I'll decide whether I want to keep going with this series or not. The fact that they repeat, and it's only luck, whether you get a good one or not, that makes me not want to try to get every single lore entry, because it'll get really tedious as I go along. If they had been preset, like abandoned building lore, I would have done every one, meaning they're, you know, in a certain order, and you just go through the order until you finish the order. But if it's random, then it's going to get too annoying. I want one with more stars. Planets. Okay, we'll do here. Oh yeah, I remember something in the patch notes said something about decreasing the amount of oxygen plants and the amount of carbon crystals give. So maybe they also nerfed items like superoxide crystals and made that so you can't break them down, because they wanted to like increase the difficulty of survival by making carbon and oxygen and stuff a little bit more scarce and difficult to get. So that might be what that's all about. Okay. Observatory. Ooh, that's a pretty planet. What kind of planet is that? Oh, freezing. I'm gonna go ahead and go look at it. See if there's anything special about it. Just because I feel like it. Let's see, anything unique about this cold planet? It's got aggressive sentinels, which isn't great. Whoa. Nah, it looks pretty typical. Oop, I'm gonna land and discover it just because. Yeah, don't see any creatures around. Okay. Shell-strewn planet. There's an observatory on a shell-strewn planet? Cool. Wow, I didn't think normal exotic could have any other buildings. Or is this something behind it? Oh, wow. Cool. Normal exotic can have normal buildings now, not just boundary failures. That's awesome. I better wait for stuff to load in. Yeah, Sheldon Strewn is one of the newer exotic planets that was added in the Visions update. Haven't been to one in a while. That's pretty cool that they've put more buildings on empty and normal exotic planets. I do remember something about that being in the initial 3.0 patch notes. I didn't know it meant exotic. I thought it meant just empty planets. I gotta remember to click this and get my navigation data back. Ooh, we got a creature over there. Wonder what it is. It's like a swarm of creatures. Ooh, is it butterflies? Oh my gosh, is it beetles? No, it's the type of creatures that are usually on this type of planet. I forgot about those things. They're kind of like butterflies, but they're more like glitchy, like these shells kind of glitching and flying. That's pretty cool though. One type of creature besides sandworms in this update that I haven't seen yet are the giant flying beetles. I'm hoping to find those someday, 'cause that'll be cool. Oh no, there's some stuck near the building. Wait, what kind of building is this again? Observatory. Yeah. Don't really need to mess with that. Okay, let's keep looking. I wonder if there can be celestial archives on this type of planet. Probably not, because that building I was just at had abandoned building stuff on it. So I don't think there would be a celestial archive that was abandoned, but I could be wrong. That would be super cool, but probably not. Alright. Planetary Archive. Man, I'm getting really lucky today. This episode is making up for the previous episode when I didn't find hardly any buildings. Now I've already found 2 within the first 30 minutes. Hopefully we'll get new lore from this one. If so, we'll be done with Gek for a while and we'll do Vy'keen. Oops. Come on, it's not wanting to land. There we go. There's a lot of cool details on these buildings. Those are some new lettering. We've had numbers before, but not that C-looking thing before. This will be the 5th Gek lore if we get something new. Okay. Starship helps destruction missions. Let's try missions. Yeah. Granted. The entry is entitled Efficient Processing of Korvax. Oh my gosh, this must be from when the Gek first spawn were killing Korvax and harvesting their bodies for technology. Efficient processing of Korvax. It appears to have been recovered from an ancient era. Yep. The treatment of Korvax entities must be merciful. The universe demands no moral order of us, but that which we choose to impose. It's funny, the Gek first spawn is always like this. They do all caps for certain words. I haven't seen a Gek first spawn message in a long time. I didn't do videos of them, but when I first played No Man's Sky, I got all the lore from the plaques and ruins and whatnot, and this is the way the Gek first spawn was. Cool, so we got choices again. The Korvax shell will be stripped of all contact from its convergence. For 50 cycles, it will be separated from all communication frequencies. All appeals to the false Atlas will be punished. Cool. Good. This one isn't making me exit. It's letting me choose the other options without booting me out. So yeah, first thing they do before they kill the Korvax is separate them from the Atlas. Of course, this may not be the process of how they harvested the Korvax for technology. This might be how they made them into slaves, because the Gek also enslaved them. Which is why the Korvax didn't go extinct. If they had killed them all, they would have been gone. But since they enslaved some of them, they were able to eventually get free. The Korvax will be given tools for their own humiliation. Refusal to extract minerals from planets will result in extraction from Korvax themselves. So yeah, they're doing slave labor. And if they don't do the slave labor, then they're killed. Pretty simple. The Korvax will be given appearance modifications to make them appear flesh. All resistance shall cease. Now that's really interesting. That was never in the original Gek lore. They never said that they gave the Korvax image changes to make them look like organic. I don't even know why. I don't know what's the point of making your slaves appear different than they actually are. Who knows? But it is interesting because we've been getting a lot of other lore about image alteration. Oh yeah, because after the Korvax got free, they started infiltrating the other species, the Gek and the Vy'keen, using fake bodies, which we got some in the Korvax lore. So maybe the Gek gave the Korvax this idea when they were enslaving them? I don't know. Interesting. Alright. So that's that. We've got another lore entry. So now we'll explore this star system a little more, and then we'll move on. Oh, that was Gek 5. That was Gek entry 5. So I'll start on Vy'keen after that. I think I'll end up just doing 5 entries per species. But yeah, I'll probably conclude this series after I've done 5 entries for each species. But after that, I'll keep playing, and I'm sure I'll find buildings occasionally, and if I get new lore entries, I'll make them part of my series of the lore. Got pirates to deal with. Here we go. Alright. Infected Dust Bowl. Ooh, I gotta check that out. It's an infected cactus planet. Definitely gotta go see what that looks like. Got the space station in the way. There we go. Yeah, let's check out this infected dust bowl. I wonder if this would be a good type of planet for there to be sandworms. I'd love to find sandworms. You have to spend time on a planet for a while before sandworms will appear. It's a trade ship. Nothing all that interesting. Looks like this planet has ocean. I don't care about objects of interest. Let's go there. Islands are a bit more dense. Alright, this planet is listed as an infected dust bowl. But it's a cactus planet that's been infected with the new bizarre stuff. Let's see what we get. Got a building here. Interesting. This infected planet has abandoned building stuff. So apparently when a planet is infected, all of the buildings become abandoned type buildings. Interesting. That's really cool that the infected planets make all their buildings become abandoned. Yep, haven't really seen this asset yet. It's a animated worm type thing. Ugh, what's that? Oh my, that is really cool. Oh my gosh, look at those tendril looking things. This is like a more living version of the ones I found before. I found things like this that kind of looked like bones that had this webbing between them, but this one is like still alive. That is really cool. I want to better look at that. Very cool. It's like a planet filled with worm. Yeah, all of the assets are worm-like. It's infected with worm stuff. Got these smaller little tangles that are not animated. Man, this really makes me think there could be sandworms on this planet. Since I already found 2 buildings in this episode, I think I'm going to explore this planet a while and hope that a sandworm appears. So yeah, I think I'll do that for the rest of this episode. So for about 15 minutes, I'm going to spend time on this planet and see if I can get a sandworm to appear. I have no idea if it Ooh, there's like 16 different types of creatures here. So that makes me feel like this is a good chance there could be sandworms here. So yeah, I'm going to stay here for at least 15 minutes and see if sandworms will appear. Let's travel. Don't know if it matters which direction I travel in. Travel south, I guess. We'll see if maybe we can discover all the creatures. There's a lot of them. More weird worm. This is a much larger worm thingy. This is a rock formation. Yeah, I would love it if I finally found a sandworm. I really hope that they are on this planet. Ooh, organic rock. Let's go check that out. Can't remember what organic rock is. I know it's an exotic resource spot. Oh yeah, it's these things. Do they still contain Mordite? Yep, Mordite. Cool. These assets are also on lava planets now, but they're just normal rocks. But when you find them like this, they give Mordite. They used to give Omegon, except they never did. They never spawned on planets in the old days. They were supposed to spawn on planets, but they never did. Actually, yeah, pretty sure the Omegon deposits never spawned for anybody. Unless they modded the game to add the asset back in. Now they give Mordite. Humming sack. And caves. Oh, that is so cool! Those worm-like structures go through the ground. They're not just above on top of the ground. It would be really cool if they added infected stuff in the caves. It would make sense if the stuff was in the caves too. Yeah, I really think we're due for a cave update. I really hope they do that eventually. There's been some new lore entries that talk about tunnels, so maybe they're hinting that they'll give us a cave update eventually. I hope so. Come on, sandworms. Really hope they appear. Well, this is cool. It's been a while since I just wandered around a planet. Oh, anytime I feel my controller rumble, I get excited thinking maybe a sandworm's gonna appear. I wish I knew how long it takes. My friend Boomstick Joe told me it takes a certain amount of time for sandworms to appear, but I don't know how long that is. If it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm hoping for 15 minutes. That's how long I'm planning to try staying here. Yep, here's another one of these bizarre worm coil formations. Oh, they're so weird and cool. There's a building down here I'm going to head for. This would be a perfect planet to have sandworms, since it's a very worm-themed planet. I don't know if that's how the procedural generation goes. And we've got biological horror eggs here and there. So cool that all of this biological stuff is infecting the world, affecting different planets. So it's like it's spreading. Like they started in abandoned buildings long ago, and now they're starting to spread all over planets and whatnot. That is so cool. This is a actual abandoned building. Get the nanites out of it. Oh, this is the one. I found a body. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. If there's a species like this, then I hope they're all dead like this one. At first I thought it was some tragic remnant of a matter transfer tech malfunction, a cage of bones and flesh. It's exactly like the stuff on this planet, studded with random patterns of crooked teeth and roomy lidless eyes. But no, some horror of twisted evolution, warped by cruel nature. I can't help but picture what it would have looked like alive. I cannot help but fear that it will live again. We finally actually can find stuff like that on planets. That's cool. Hooray for that. That's something I've wanted ever since I saw that first lore entry when the game first came out. Was to actually find bizarre, freakish remains of stuff on planets. Now we can. Getting close to the ocean, I'm gonna see if I can find some of the underwater creatures. I wonder how sandworms react to water in No Man's Sky. In Dune, water killed them. I wonder if they have to be on dry land in order to appear, or if they can go through water if there happens to be water nearby. I'll collect that just for the heck of it. This water isn't deep enough to have underwater creatures. If a sandworm does appear, I'm going to call my ship, see if I can follow it. I saw a video, I think IGN's video about the Origins update showed them following a sandworm around with their ship. I'd love to do that. Can't be more than 30 minutes, I think. So I think, like I said, I'll stay here for 15 minutes in this episode, and then maybe the beginning of the next episode, I'll stay another 15 minutes. Just to try and make sure that there is or isn't sandworms. I can't imagine a more fitting planet for them to be on. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, floating crystals. Let's go get those. Seems like infected planets have a higher chance of having these cool resource spots. Just as, oh yeah, glowing mineral. Glowing minerals break down into stuff when you use them. Oh, sentinel drones are investigating. Annoying. Oop. I still haven't attacked. Uh-oh. Storming. I wonder if storms have anything to do with sandworms, like if they appear when there's a storm. Probably not, but wishful thinking. I really want to find them. I want to find sandworms. Stupid sentinel drones. I want to collect these crystals. I'm just gonna risk the sentinel drones attacking me. Just wanna hurry up and get these mined already. Takes so long to mine them, I think they stop watching me by the time I finish another. So I guess it doesn't matter. If I destroyed it while they were scanning me, they would attack, but since it takes so long, they stop scanning me. So I'm pretty much safe while mining these. Alright. What? Oh, that's a underground technology. Ended up above ground. Making sure I don't get... Yeah, my launch thrusters are full. Didn't want to get too far from my ship if my launch thrusters are empty. Oh. Oh, I thought I went through them. Some of them don't have collision. Smaller ones. They said something about... Oh, yeah, there are plants that move when the player comes near. I never even noticed that. That was in the patch notes. They talked about plants getting moved when players or creatures get near them. So apparently, was that always the case and I never noticed it, or is it just something they added recently? Because, yeah, the plants now react to me being close. Huh, that's cool. What about these? Yep, these do too. These move out of the way as I walk through them. That's a really nice touch. Meteor shower! Cool. There was some meteors falling. That's nice. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. Like I said, I might spend a little bit more time on this planet beginning of the next episode. See if I can find sandworms, but this is the end of the YouTube episode. It's not the end of the live stream. So anyway, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.